Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Saturday Night. This is Tevico, or Terrence, with Tev's Next Idea, and, this is becoming one of my favorite places to be Saturday night, at least when we don't have a actual D&D game running, that I usually do on Saturday nights also. But where else would I want to be? Okay, so, good evening, Digital. It's good to see you here. And I'll respond to that in a second, but just want to let everyone know I do not have a text count, or I'm not writing the text on the stream. It's on Twitch, but if you're watching this later on YouTube, I do know how to do that. I did look that up, but to be honest, I have not had much need for that yet. But, if we start getting some interesting chat, I will be sure to put the, start putting the chat up. I do know how to do that. But I have made a change. We no longer have the embarrassment counter for Rena. Apparently, Rena has matured a little bit during this game, and she's not getting as embarrassed anymore. But she finds everything cute. So we have, and that is not a misspelling on my part, that's how they spell it in the game. So we have now switched out the embarrassment counter with the cute counter. Whenever Rena, or anyone for that matter, but it's pretty much Rena, comments on something being cute, we'll add it a 1. And I'm even considering, if fluids start coming out of her body parts, which it does sometime, maybe we'll put it up too. That'll be an extra cute counter. So we are playing Higurashi When They Cry Who. The usual disclaimers. This is a Japanese visual novel. It's got to be mostly reading. So far we've had a total of 5 streams I've done so far. And we've had a total of 0 choices that we have had to make. Maybe there is no choices that this game has. I know some visual novels do. I don't know that yet. But we are playing this game. I am playing this game because my son gave this to me years ago, and he wants to see me play it. So here we go. Let me go into our continue. And we did Chapter 5 last time, so we are getting ready to get into Chapter 6. Just a prediction. We're going to have a whole bunch of time in the classroom where we talk with the girls. I think we should rename this stream Kishi and the Girls. And then a second half where I will be alone with one of the 4 girls, and we'll be, we're no longer digging into the trash dump or the old construction site. We might be just meeting people. Who knows? Okay, so let's get on with this. Load. Yes. Let's see where we are. And I think I got the sound right. If sound sounds really crappy, just let me know. But I think the music is at the right level and my voice is at a good level. Continue. Okay, so a few days has passed since the incident. What incident was that? During that time, either Mion was busy or Rika-chan had to help with the festival preparations, so we couldn't get everybody together for club activities. If you haven't been watching, this is the little club we have at school, where the whole idea is to embarrass the heck out of everyone. Even though I thought I would never want to participate again after the years it shaved off my life each time, not having it only made my heart grow fonder. Oh, I guess, what? Are we talking about the class activities? I really am not honest with myself. Today we finally had our club activities again. These weren't the same old club activities. It was called the Watanagashi 5 Demon Fire Fight. Oh, we're bringing fire into this? And it was one of the biggest events in the club. Kichi, does this yukata... Let's try that again. Kishi, does this yukata still fit you? Can you try it on for a second? I'm assuming this is Mother. Yes, Mom pulled out an old, dusty yakuta. Nah, I don't need a yakuta. Those are embarrassing. So I'll just go in my normal clothes. But this is a festival. Wear it, okay? Rena and the others said regular clothes are just fine. If I was the only one wearing a cuta, it'd be even more embarrassing. I put on the same old vest as usual. I'll be going with Rena and the others, so you don't need to worry about me. Because they'll protect me? Is that so? I'll be going with Dad when he wakes up. Dad let out a loud snore from the sofa. From how it looks, he must have pulled an all-nighter last night. This is Mom, he just finished sending in his manuscript, so he might not wake up for a while. It seems my dad writes for art magazines sometimes too. I've never read it though. I wonder if my dad is really a famous artist, since his own son is saying something like that. I can't imagine he's selling all that well. But he's able to feed a family of 3, and my life isn't exactly full of hardships. It could be that he's some master painter, and I didn't know about it. Ding dong! Kichi-kun, are you home? Uh-oh, is it already time? I didn't want them coming here, so I was planning on leaving early and waiting outside. Ah, it's Reina, okay. Oh, it's my Reina-chan. My Reina-chan? Thank you for always looking after Kishi. Wait a second. Oh my. Reading 101. It's fundamental. Okay, this is Mom. Oh my, it's Reina-chan. Thank you for always looking after Kishi. Ah, ma'am. He's also been looking out for... Why are you blushing from meeting my mom? See, the minute we take away the embarrassment counter, we get an embarrassment. I'm sure that's just a minor setback. Don't get all flustered. It really doesn't feel right. Let's go, Reina. Since Reina would continue to space out if I left her here, I grabbed her hand and dragged her out. Reina-chan, look after Kishi for me. Ah, yes, ma'am. Even if it means I must sacrifice myself. Then why don't you do it right now? I am such a lovely guy. She waved back even as I was dragging her away. Okay, Ki-chan. You hungry today? We'll take care of that at the stalls. You thought I'd left myself get full knowing the club activities will involve the stalls? Wouldn't have it any other way. Where are Rika-chan and Satoko? Are they already at the temple? Yes, Rika-chan's a festival committee member after all. Satoko-chan is probably with her as well. I see, alright. Let's make some noise today. Yay! We're already in high spirits with just the 3 of us here. It was way more lively at the Farood Shrine than the last time I came, far exceeding my expectations. Throngs of people were crammed between rows of market stalls, lined with colorful paper lanterns. Despite that, it was actually quite enjoyable. There sure are a lot of people here. I can't believe they all live in Hinamizawa. Everybody attends the Watangashi. I think about half the village is here. It's not just that. Municipal and youth councils from neighboring towns and villages advertise this event as well. That's right. There aren't many students at our school, but there's a lot of kids here today. It just doesn't feel like festival unless there are kids running around after all. That's true, I agree. Ah, hello and good evening. These 2 knew everybody we came across. Of course I greeted them as well, but I still wasn't familiar with everyone yet. Oh, Reina-chan, thanks for the food you brought me a while back. My son loved it. He said it was delicious. Ah, it was nothing at all. I'm glad he liked it. Say hello to Kazuma-kun for me, please. Hey, if it isn't Sonoko Oju-chan. I'm in charge of the stand again this year, so make sure you come visit. Pops, have you gotten fatter? You'll end up having a heart attack with a gut like that. Oh, this kid here is new. Are you one of her underclassmen? He's one of my members, an upcoming hopeful. If you cross him, he could crush your stand in one night. Yeah, put me on the chopping block. You've got a little Missy seal of approval, I see. Hope you take it easy on me. As you could imagine, Mion was chatting away with the old guys running the stalls. Mi-chan is really energetic after all. She's really popular with the older men. I think Reina is pretty popular too, being cute and all. That was, of course, so long as her little condition didn't flare up. Now, is that the cute condition or the embarrassment condition? But as long as she's blushing quietly, she's pretty cute. I'm popular with some people, really? With some people, I evaded giving her a straight answer by roughly tousling her hair. The stall keepers come all the way from town. It's not really a festival without them, after all. So we're going to mess with them now? I don't care what kind of match it is. I'm going to win it. Oh yes, I'll try too. So we're going to play a game where we mess with all the stall people, but yet, apparently, after all this time, they are still friendly with Mino. So, gullible people. Gullible. Hey, you are all very late. It's unacceptable to keep a lady waiting, Kichi-san. Oh, my bad. So, where is this lady I've kept waiting? What? What did you just say? Alright, Satoko was in top form as well. Seems she was all excited about being able to get everybody in the club together for the first time in a while. Whoa, Riki-chan! Cute! I don't know what she finds cute about that. Come on. I hit it. Do I need to hit it? There we go. Rina let out an elated sigh. It seems that the real lady had made her appearance.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening to Kichi as well.
I'm not everyone? Whoa, looking good. You're looking sharp again this year.
Cute! Gonna take you home.
Rika-chan was wearing a Shrine Maiden outfit. Yep. Rina's little outburst was completely understandable. Rika-chan's clothes sure look like the real deal. Is that a real Shrine Maiden outfit? My grandmother made them by hand. They're quite authentic.
Riki-chan has an important task to do at the end of the festival, so she's wearing this.
I see Rika-chan was on the executive committee because she performed all the Shrine Maiden rituals for the festival. Of course, she's also the youngest one of the group.
My work is only during the finale of the festival, so I can still play for a while.
But we cannot afford to waste any time. Let us begin. Right. It felt good to wander around the festival with just the 5 of us. Mion called everyone over to a stand that caught her attention and proposed a rather odd competition. Takoyaki eating race. Everybody has to buy their own. Ready? Go! A standard in vendor stalls, the takoyaki stand. What was especially standard for the kinds of events was the fact that they were simply balls of dough, takoyaki in name only. It burns!
Are you okay, Kichi-kun? Have some water.
My, eating those scalding takoyaki whole is suicide. I guess the trick is to buy the ready-made ones that have been left there for a while.
They really don't taste good.
The stall next to it was a shaved ice stand. It was still a bit too early in the season for that, but right then, it didn't matter. Let's do shaved ice this time. It's a shaved ice eating race. Ready? Go!
Shaved ice eating race? I can't.
What's wrong with shaved ice? As long as you can melt it a bit with your body heat then. It's so cold. Not smart. This old man ordered it with plenty of syrup. It'll melt quickly when it's mixed up. Those stooges were too late. The moment they chose to tackle it head on was their downfall. What does that mean? Phew. Finished. Kichi-chan is done. Kikan is, yeah. That was too fast. Are they freezing? Is that what the...
It couldn't be. Kichi-kun, you didn't add water from the goldfish tank behind you, did you? That can't taste very good.
Next to that was another old favorite, a cotton candy stand. Why don't we do this one next? Of course, it's a speed eating contest.
Hey, how do you eat cotton candy quickly? How?
On Satoko's mark, Mion, Satoko, and I all compressed the cotton candy with our bare hands. The time it took to stick the whole thing in our mouths, 3 seconds. I expected Satoko to figure it out, but I didn't think Kichan would too. I can't have you treating me like I'm a newbie forever, can I?
It won't taste very good.
Rika-chan also had crushed it between her hands and stuck it in her mouth.
This is probably the only place in Japan where people eat cotton candy like this.
I think only Reina's cotton candy was happy with how it was eaten. But it felt like we'd end up doing stuff like eat noodles through the nose contest or human water pump at the goldfish scoop at the rate things were going. Okay, hold on. Let's move some stuff around here a little bit. Pardon me while I get my screens a little bit straightened out. I realize I am missing everything. Okay, there we go. This old man will probably still win too.
I'm simply no match for Mion-san when it comes to eating repulsive things.
Yeah, seriously. What's up with you guys? Are you telling me you don't want to have a blue Hawaii-topped yakisoba eating contest? Shake, shake. Both Satoko and I shook our heads in unison.
Can we have a game that doesn't involve food this time? Can we?
I mean, I'm getting a stomachache just thinking of all these things. Reina's proposal was a godsend. It was about time we played a different kind of game. It also seemed like neither Rina or Riki-chan were any good at speed eating or gorging themselves. Okay, Reina, I'll let you pick out the next game. Anything is fine.
Well then, I'm going to be the judge. Find cute things on the festival grounds.
Okay, our cue counter's about to go up.
You have 1 minute.
Fine by me. I know exactly what Rena likes. All right, I think I can win with that.
Ready? Go!
Oh, why aren't Kichi-kun and Rika-chan starting? Why not? Mion and Satoko dashed off madly, but Rika-chan and I calmly stayed right where we were. Could it be? You've already found it? The cute thing?
We've already found it, Kichi, too.
Yeah. Oh, this should be interesting.
What is it? What is it? I can't wait!
Both Rika-chan and I stood motionless for those few moments. Moments? For a few moments before Mion and Satoko returned. This is probably the first time we've gone head-to-head like this.
It will be the first time.
Rika-chan, you expect to win with that, huh?
I am a member of this club as well. Win by any means is our society's third rule.
Rikashan sneered to the best of her ability. You're on. Both Mion and Satoko came back, each with their own plan of attack, stuffed in their arms.
Okay then. Let's go in order. Let's start with the club president, Mishan.
Too bad, you guys. I'm ending this now. This old man brought this. And why does it go boom? Where did she get those? They were old tin diamond-shaped signs.
Plead curry, snake oil incense, and ornament C. How about this?
That's very understated. A little too understated, Mion. I used to see those stuck up on barbed wire fences. They were more nostalgic than cute. Can you explain what part of that is cute? But there were puffs of smoke noisily shooting out of Reina's ears and nose, almost like a steam train. I didn't get it. Okay, that's worth 2.
I shall be next. It is this.
Another boom. It was the hand-drawn poster from the Ladies' Society Roasted Corn Stall. It was a really bad sketch done by a housewife. An anthropomorphic roasted corn drawn without any sort of real plan. Its very existence invited a sense of sorrow to the viewer.
Weep!
That was the sound of blood jetting out of Reina's nose. Okay, it seemed to have been rated higher than Mion's. I really didn't get it. It feels like your artistic sense is a little avant-garde by about 5 eons. Oh, those were nothing but mass-produced signs after all. They had no chance against something hand-drawn. I guess that was Satoko. I couldn't even begin to follow the way those guys were thinking.
Then I will be next.
Next is Rikashan, is it? What can you even do without anything? Did you and Satoko both forget? If Rikachan felt like it, she could simply, after moving about 10 yards, she began waddling up to Rena. Seeing that, both Mion and Satoko gasped. It's a penguin! Oh no! Too late! Rikashan tripped over nothing and lay motionless after falling down. Rena hurried over to her.
Rikachan, are you all right? All right?
Rikashan had a lump on her forehead and tears welled up in her eyes. Only her fingers peeked out from her sleeves. This was the vital part. The palms of her hands were covered by her sleeves. She made just a single sound.
Mew. Ahoo! Cute! Cute!
Going to take you home. I'd completely forgotten that. The play that I personally had to use. Reina's face went completely red, her head bobbing back and forth with excitement. She braced Rikashan and began rubbing her cheek against her. Okay, I guess so far this is only one. I don't see any bodily fluids, but we'll see. I'd expect no less from her. Not a single element was overlooked. Lowly, shrine maiden, brink of crying, Mew, it was perfect. A simple trip transcended into pure Mo. Now this is what you call art. Can someone explain that to me? What the heck is Mo? Unless they're talking about like Mo from the Three Stooges. Yes, I know, none of you get that. But it is slapstick comedy. Keyshawn has a pretty weird definition of art. I'll just pretend the sharp sting of those words cutting through me like a razor was a figment of my imagination. Rikishan turned her gaze to me with a daunting smile, and she was caressed by Rena, who is in full cute mode. Moye. Okay, so Digital just tells me that it's pronounced Moye, and it means what, Digital? We'll wait to see if he responds. Now, Kichi, can you beat me? That cold smile is frightening, Rika-chan. It must be my imagination, but I see a demon inside her sometimes. Keyshawn seems to have his own plan of attack. I wonder what he's going to show her. I also wish to observe the play Kichi-chan will make. Could it be? Is Kichi also going to give a performance? I basked in their pointed stares. I pulled Rena, who gave no sign of canceling out of cute mode, away from Rikishan. How? Cute thing, cute thing! Kichi-kun, let's go! I'll show you something even cuter. Just hold on for now. Huh? Oh? So something even cuter? But it's a bit too crowded here. Let's go back there. Rena looked very surprised as I pulled her behind the shrine. Wait a second. I cannot fathom what Kichi-shan could possibly be planning. This is Kishi-shan after all. No, it couldn't be. Keep on fighting, yeah! After a bit, I returned. And a bit after that, so did Rena, dragging her feet. There's no way that scoundrel Keyshawn did something to innocent little Rena. I sure hope not. Mion and Satoko passed by me, heading straight to Rena. Well, what exactly did he do to you? For a moment, Rena was too dazed to realize someone was talking to her. Gasp! Gasp! But, how? It's Mishan. How? Rena, are you all right? Did Keyshawn do anything to you? No, he didn't do anything strange to me. How? This is quite severe. Exactly what did Kishi-shan show you? It was so cute. Who? Oh, gee. Okay, we'll read this in a second. Cute? What did he show you, Rena? Rena let out a really long how. Her eyes sparkled as she spoke. Cute! So cute! It was, whoa! Kichi-chan's furry seal, wham, womp! In the blink of an eye, Mion Satoko's elbows smashed into my face. I'm gonna go ahead and give me a cute on the cute meter. We don't know exactly what kind of cute that is yet. Huh? Who? What? Showing Rena something so dirty. You sick pervert. I shall have you beaten into oblivion. Wait. You got it all wrong. A dark billow aura flowed from Mion and Satoko. It was no good. They were gonna kill me. Mishan, I'm not sure what's going on, but you've got it all wrong. You see, Hichi-kun had... It's a fur seal keychain. Rika-chan stuck her hand into my pocket and pulled out my keychain. Whew! He said he made it long ago for one of his summer school assignments. He said he doesn't show it often because it's embarrassing. Yeah! So small and cute! He tried his best to make it. It's so wonderful. Oh, this old man thought you meant it was Kichi's cute little fur seal. I'll let you use your imagination. Ah ho ho ho! I'd expect no less from Mion-san. You misconstrue things in the wildest ways. Well, you punched me too! They slung insults at each other and looked like they were ready to tear into each other at any second. Okay. In text or in our chat on Twitch, Digital has given me a big, long explanation of what a moye is. Okay, he's quoting Wikipedia. So basically it's a cut and paste. Moye, used in slang, refers to feelings of affection, adoration, devotion, and excitement felt towards characters that appear in manga, anime, video games, and other media, usually Japanese. Characters that elicit feelings of moye are called moye characters. The word has also evolved to be used regarding all kinds of topics, including in the meaning of the word is the idea a deep feeling felt towards a particular subject is used in cases where a simple like is not enough to express the feeling. The common feature in all feelings of moye is that this subject is such feelings is something that one cannot possibly have a real relationship. Like a fictional character, a pop idol, an inorganic substance, it can be considered a kind of pseudo-romance, but it's not always seen to be the same as romance. So we get a star going across the screen with a rainbow behind it. The more you know. Okay. However, this does bring up a question. It is a feeling of, the way I read it, it is a feeling of someone towards a character in anime, manga, video games, stuff like that, where they feel an affection for them. If I'm not mistaken, it was said by Kichi-chan, my character in this game, was it about the girls? So either it's extremely meta, let's go back to the log here. Either it's extremely meta, or I understand the use. He's just using it as that there is some affection being felt. Let's see. Oh, golly. It's way back here. Here it is. I explained those from not a single element was overlooked. A simple trip transcended into pure moe. Now that is what you call art. Okay, so I guess the idea is being that Rika kind of transformed into a character at that point, an anime or something in real life, and that's where that comes from. Okay, I got it now. Thank you, Digital. Thank you for that little message. Let's continue with our story. I beg of you. Yes, I beg of you. Let's continue with our story. Let's get a drink here. If I'm in the clear, would you mind getting off of me? We were interrupted by a flash of a camera. Oh no, it's Thomas, whatever that guy's name is. There it is. Hey guys, you all seem energetic as usual. It was Tomataki-san. As I lay crumpled on the ground, Mion and Satoko continued to bicker above me. Rika-san was patting me on the head, and Reina was still in cute mode. It was probably quite a lively scene, and thank you, Digital, for pretty much confirming what I said. He just said that moye can be used as an adjective to describe a subject that can elicit such feelings. It's a fine evening indeed, although it's rather poor etiquette to photograph a lady without her permission. That's right. At least you don't really need Satoko's permission, Haruka. Satoko dug her heel into me. Good evening. Ah, you're heading back tomorrow, aren't you? Good, we can finally get rid of this guy. Were you able to take lots of good photos? Thanks to you, I got plenty of good shots. Tonight's the last we can see of old Tomataki-sama, isn't it? It's such a shame. Hurry up and have your major breakout soon. What? Just as rude as ever, aren't you? I really am sad I won't be able to hear that voice of yours for almost half a year. Be sure to have as much fun as you can tonight. You'll be back in Tokyo tomorrow, after all. That's true. It will be another 6 months. until I can enjoy another night where I can see the stars. Tomataki-san looked up at the night sky cheerfully. At that moment, even though he was smiling, I sensed a bit of sadness. Why don't you move here, Tomataki-san, in Hinamizawa? Tomataki-san was speechless. It's not very convenient here. No shops or recreational spots. There might not be anything really here, but everyone knew what I was trying to say. Tomataki-san was also well aware. So Rena, Mion, Satoko, and Rika-san, none of them butted in. Okay, am I missing something? I've only been here for less than a month, so I don't really know everything about it. Normally, I'm a really talkative guy, but in situations like this, I'm at a loss for words. Did I say something wrong? Even though all this was happening in such a boisterous setting, it felt like all the background noise was fading into the distance. This place is probably... Tomitaki-san rested his hand on me gently, silencing me. Thank you, Kichi-kun, Mion-san and Reina-san, Satoko-san and Rika-chan. Tomataki-san was so slight it looked as if it was going to crumble at any minute. But it was warm. I also think it would be great if I could live here. Those might have been cruel words coming from a kid who didn't need to worry about working to feed himself. Okay. A hand touched my back. It was Reina. Kichi-kun, you shouldn't pick on adults. It's not nice. The background clamor of the festival returned. So, we won't be seeing him for a while after all. We need to make sure Tomitaki-san also enjoys tonight. Apparently I insulted his profession because he didn't make a lot of money at it. And he can make more money somewhere else. I don't know, it's odd. Let's say it's lost in translation. Or I am just brain dead. When Reina smiled, the mood instantly got brighter. That's true. I think I'll do just that. Ah! Hey, Mishan, how about it? Can we let Tomataki-san in on our club activities? That's a great idea. Or so I thought. But Mion had a snobbish look on her face. One of the requirements for membership is residence in Hinamizawa, you see. Come on, Mishan. Just for today, don't be mean. Well, he does come around often every year. I'll make him an honorary citizen. Whoa! Yay! Now then, I wonder if this aged fellow, well past his prime, will be a match for me. Ah, Sarasona is playing REPO, whatever that is. Again, she's playing a game instead of joining us. Now, I know she does stream as well. Let me just see something here. Maybe she's streaming. And one of these days when I learn what a raid is, maybe we can do that to her. Let's see. Nope. Don't see anything. So, yes, it does not look like she is streaming. Okay. Let's have him show us the wisdom of a mature adult. Can you keep up with us younguns? Whoever... Oh, that me? Tomataki-san stepped back slightly at our audacious grins. I'm Mion Sonozaki, club president, do hereby authorize honorary citizen Tomataki's entry into our club. Her words were quickly drowned out by our cheers. What do you mean by club? What our club does, you see, in order to cope with our complicated society, we perform various activities with various rules. Sometimes they're in your favor, and sometimes they work against you. I'm pretty weak, so I prefer you not single me out. Let's try to get along. If you wish to mock our childish games, then this will be the perfect opportunity. We'll leave you with nothing. We won't even leave the hairs on your butt. Okay. So it's a club where we play games together. Of course, Rika-chan was the only one to give an answer that made sense. All right, just what I wanted. I'll take you up on that challenge. Don't be too rough on me, my mentors. Tomotaki-san got riled up and did a victory pose like he was 10 years younger. That's perfect. We continued walking through the festival with Mion in the front. Now we looked like a family of 6. It had some intensity to it. Same rules as always. The loser will, of course, be subject to a penalty. Tomotaki-san was a bit surprised, but to us, it was just the same as always. Regardless of how terrible a penalty it was. Just don't lose. Reina was also brimming with determination. She didn't have any intention of losing. That's true. I tousled Reina's hair to lighten the mood. She giggled to hide her embarrassment. I see. This is what it means to feel like a kid again. Tomotaki-san whispered that to nobody in particular. At that moment, we heard an old man call out in a strong voice. Looking over, I realized it was the man Mion had greeted right before the festival. You're here. Little Miss Sonozaki, seems you brought quite the crowd. We came to eradicate your entire stall. His stall was a shooting gallery, all right. It was the usual get-up where you had to knock down the prize you wanted with a cork gun. The rules are simple. 3 shots, the winner is whoever gets the biggest prize. Everybody shouted their agreement. There was no need to consider how to win, since the condition for victory was simply size. The biggest prize at the stall, it went without question. It was the one. That was that one, wasn't it? Whoa! That teddy bear! Cute! Rena was gazing longingly at a large stuffed animal. It was intentionally placed on an unsteady platform, so it was possible to get it if you hit the right spot. It's magnificently set up to make someone think that. Not bad, Kichi-san. I figured you would see through this scam instantly. The most logical course of action would be to aim for some candy or a doll. The intent analysis had already begun. In this club, you'll get eaten alive if you don't come prepared. Everything hinges on what plan you come up with before the main event. At some point, a large crowd had gathered around us, making a big fuss. How do they know there was this much of a following for our club's infamous event? See, I am Kichi-chan. It's the good stuff, not the perverted stuff. Knocking that bear down ensures a win. Only 3 shots. To use them all just trying, that'd be rough. Hey, I have other customers waiting, you know. Oh, who's up first? That's the guy running the stall, I guess. The first one has the advantage of being able to aim for the easier prizes, but it's dangerous to compete without knowing the gun's quirks. Tomotaki-san's take on the situation was pretty good. He gets what our club is about. Well then, to be fair, how about using rock, paper, scissors to decide? How about it? That's really the only way. Rock, paper, and scissors. After a couple of matches, it ended up with Mion being first. I didn't want to end up first. Oh well, I'll just think of it as a handicap. Gramps, gun. Here you go. So I got like, here you go. When the shooting range guide handed her a rifle, Mion looked it over intently. She didn't forget to check the cork bullet either. Okay, this gun is brand new, isn't it? No faults, not bad. Mion raised the gun in one swift motion. It was completely different from her careful inspection. She was shooting from the hip. Annie Oakley, Mion Oakley, fire! Reload. Fire, reload. Wait, reload, there we go. Fire. Flop. Flop, flop. 3 candy boxes fell, one after the other. A big haul. The crowd paused in a moment of awe, then erupted in cheers. Whoa! Awesome! That was quite good. Tomotaki-san was at a loss for words after seeing such shooting prowess.
Oh, amazing, Mishan.
3! Her accuracy was incredible. Her choice of targets wasn't bad either. The 3 Mion had gone after were fairly large and pretty easy to knock over. They were all targets with very high return on investment. Who's up next? Satoko? Careful, the bullets are light. Next was Satoko. The rifle looked a bit big for her body, but it didn't seem like she had any problems with the weight. Of course, I shall aim for the grand prize, fool. She proclaimed that she was going after the teddy bear. Damn, Satoko, such a bold move.
The moment she knocks it over, she's guaranteed to be in first.
Good luck, Satoko-chan. Satoko was the opposite of Mion. She aimed at the target quite carefully and squeezed the trigger. Bah! These bullets are too light! The first 2 bullets struck the bear in the torso, but it only shifted a bit. You need to aim higher towards the head, or it won't work. Satoko's 3rd bullet wasn't aimed at the bear, but at the candy box below its arm. I hate to say it, but it appears the bear is just too much for me. She couldn't bear it. Ba-doom. Man, I gotta stop clapping my hand. I had hand surgery was it last Friday? Yeah, not yesterday, but a week ago. And I got stitches in my paw, and I keep clapping my hand, and you know what? That's not smart to do when you have stitches. She went boldly after the big catch, but since she switched over to a less impressive prey at the last second, the crowd only gave a strained laugh. Were they laughing because she lacked the courage? These fools know nothing.
A fine attempt, Satoko. You've gotten better.
The palm of Mion's outstretched hand went pump as it tapped down lightly on Satoko. She appeared to just be talking hot air, but this was actually completely calculated. Damn that Satoko, just to avoid being in last place, she dared to switch over to an easier target. Without shame or honor. Magnificent! I'll allow you to take the bear, Rina-san. I pray for your victory.
Okay. Thanks so much, Satoko-chan. Whoo! Bear-san, so cute!
Reina was up next. She couldn't hit the broadside of a barn as regular Reina, but she said that the bear was cute. I wonder how Reina-san will do. I hope she's able to hit at least one. You're underestimating Rena, Tomotaki-san. It's Rena, you know. It's Rena Ryugu, you know. If it was to get that teddy bear... Whoa! Tomotaki-san reeled around to see what was all the commotion that spectators were making about. If it was to get that bear, she'd be able to shoot through a pinhole. The one known as Rena Ryugu could do it.
Shaking, it's shaking. How cute!
Rena couldn't hide her excitement over the bear's slow rocking. Now Rena couldn't lose. Not bad, Rena-san. The less collected you become, the stronger you get. Boom. Whoa! Another big cheer. Rena's bullet hit the bear's forehead again. Not enough, but the bear seemed to wobble more than before.
But it might not be possible.
You never know. With Rena-chan's skill, it might be. While Tomotaki-san was just as excited as the crowd, Rika-chan's analysis was not swayed by emotion. If Rena had 10 more shots, then she could surely knock it over. But with just one more, no matter how you looked at it, no go.
Ow!
The crowd let out a dejected groan. Let's try that again. Oh! There we go. The crowd let out a dejected groan. She had shot it right in the forehead 3 times. It was a bit late, but they gave her a good round of applause for the attempt. How, Bear-san? Take home, how? She should be praised for her valor, but she had no trophies to show for it. Okay. Is me, Kichi-san, gonna try to get the bear down for her in an act of chivalry? I'm predicting that now. We'll see what happens. We're also at 51 minutes, so we should be getting near the end of this chapter. Then at that moment, the old man flicked one of the candy boxes with his finger and handed it to Reina. Cheater! This is for you, little lady. Huh? You're giving this to me? Who? The gods wouldn't forgive me if I let you go home empty-handed after such a display. There was another shower of applause. See, this is on the part that I didn't have stitched. If you even heard that. Reina turned bright red and I pulled her back over to us by her hand. You did a good job. Your cute mode really surprised me. How? I really wanted Mr. Bear. Wah. It was easy to see that it only needed a little more to be knocked over. Rena had done quite a lot for me. Huh? I still needed to pay her back for that delicious picnic. Aha! All right then. I'll get it and give it to you. Wait, who's saying that? What? Tomotaki-san had stolen the words right out of my mouth. Okay. Please, Tomotaki-san. Good luck. Damn you, old man Tomotaki. Stealing the good parts for yourself? A small hand stretched over and fell gently on my head just before I was overcome with frustration. You keep on fighting too, Kichi, okay? My own little cheering section. Little Rika-chan. Tomotaki-san carefully studied the bear. Setting his sights, he shouldered the rifle while holding the other 2 shots in his hand. Why is he doing that? Yes, no doubt. Tomotaki-san is aiming for... Whop! 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 The time between shots was short. How do you load him so fast? It was meaningless to shoot again once it stopped shaking. Oh. So Tomotaki-san was relying on rapid fire to win the battle. It was visibly wobbling much more than it ever had before. But that was all. It still didn't fall over. How? Too bad. All of Rena's momentary expectation from watching it sway violently turned into a dejected sigh. I really thought it would work. Can we throw the gun at it? Ha ho ho. It seems that since you're a man, you will not be receiving any candy. That was it. It meant Tomotaki-san had no spoils of war. Now, to be fair, Rena's box of candy shouldn't count either. She didn't knock it over. That was a consolation prize. So, both Ki-chan and Rika-chan can just shoot down the small easy prize and avoid being dead last. Avoid being the loser, huh? Oh, sorry about that. It's your turn next, Ki-chan. Best of luck. I was the 5th shooter. I took the rifle from Tomotaki-san. If I took the ruthless route, as Mion had suggested, then I'd go for a small target. Except, when I picked up the rifle, I definitely got a feeling from it. It was burning passion. Passed down to me from Tomotaki-san. The regret of not being man enough to fell the bear that Rena wanted. Yes, that's right. If I didn't aim for the bear, then I wouldn't be a man. After all, that was my promise. to Rena.
Huh? Huh? What promise? What?
To shoot down that bear. Then give it to Rena. That one. Because you know, the bear has to be much, much cuter than Colonel Sanders.
You mean how?
The crowd went wild when they saw our conversation. Now, no one probably knows what that, well, someone might know what that was from.
Who?
Who? Okay. I was just singing a line from The Who's Tommy. And then we come out with who. So Rena, or someone, answered my own question. That was too good. That was a moment. Cool, Oni-chan. You got the balls, man. That's not it, fine men of the crowd. If I didn't do this, then Rena might mug the old man running the stall on his way home. I'm doing it to protect the old man in the stall. Oh, Saturday nights are great. No, that's not it. That's not it at all. Why can't I just express my honest feelings? Oh, maybe I do like her.
Kichi-san surely talks the talk, but how do you actually intend to bring down the bear?
Rena and Toмотaki-san's shots made it tilt a bit, but I think finishing the job will be difficult. Should have been Rika. I'm not going back.
Kichi-kun,
if only there was some way to shoot faster, I'd be able to pile more power on the sway from each hit. Good luck, Kichi-kun! Whoever said that? After taking 2 deep breaths, I shouted over the guy. 2 more rifles. Huh? The crowd murmured among themselves, as did Terrence.
I wonder what Kichi-san is...
Oh!
One person can't handle 3 rifles at once. I get it. Nice thinking, Kishan.
Mion was able to figure it out magnificently. Basically, what was taking the most time was reloading the shot.
That's right. Then by putting 3 preloaded rifles next to each other...
Toмотaki-san went silent, peering at me and the bear through the lens. His photographer's blood predicted a miracle will occur, so get your camera ready, buddy. And then the crowd finally picked up on what I was planning. They let out a great cheer. You do know Rika's gonna be the one knocking this down. You do know this. They chanted my name, Kichi. Rapid fire is the key. If I miss, it's all for naught. Pew! After letting out a deep breath, I paused. Relax. Now! Where's the bangs? We should get the bangs. That moment, I felt like time itself had stopped. Bang, bang, bang! It felt like I could see the trajectory of the bullets. It's like I was in the Matrix. Hit it and knock it down. The first shot hit the bear on the head. The second. The third. The bear swayed hard. And then...
Whoa! Yay!
Ooh! The cheers began before the stuffed animal even finished falling off the shelf. Okay. The guy caught it before it hit the ground and tossed it over to me. You actually knocked it over.
You got me!
Wait, was that Toмотaki-san? Amazing! Congratulations, Kichi-kun.
Kichi-san has finally learned how to use his head. I see you in a slightly better light now.
I didn't do it all by myself. Everybody hit it, and those small bits together brought it down. This trophy belongs to all of us, so there's no losers. No losers. No losers, Mion. No losers.
Right.
This is from all of us working together.
Me didn't hit it a single time.
Urk. After holding up the teddy bear like it was a championship trophy, I handed it to Rena.
Here.
This is from me. No, from everyone. Thanks for always making your delicious lunches. Rena, thinking she was never actually going to get it, was momentarily speechless.
I can't, Kichi-kun. This is everyone's after all. Ow!
In that case, I was the one that knocked it down. And it's mine. It's mine. So I'm giving it to Rena. I pushed the stuffed animal towards her again. This time, she embraced it and accepted it.
You've watched out for me ever since.
Oh, you've watched out for me ever since I moved here, after all. I'm really grateful, you see. Thanks a lot.
How? Kichi-kun, thanks so much.
Come on, say it, Rena. Rena dove at me. Say it, Rena. Mion told me a few days later that Rena kissed me, but I didn't realize it during all the excitement at the time. I remembered what I was trying to say to Tamataki-san earlier. There really isn't much of anything here, but there are lots of things you can't find anywhere else. Good friendship. I gained a lot from coming to Hinamizawa. But you know what we haven't gained so far from you coming to Hinamizawa, Kichi-kun? We have not received any horror in this horror visual novel, especially at that moment. The crowd's cheers echoed on and on. From the altar set up in front of the shrine, the drums sounded with a booming echo. It was the finale of the festival.
I'll be going off ahead then. Oh yeah, we still got this whole thing.
Uh-oh, I need to go and get myself a good spot too. Well then, everyone, see you in a bit. Both Rika-san and Tomataki-san gave their farewells and disappeared into the crowd. Why don't we make the tips being Rika's performance? Save some time here.
I wish both of you the best in your endeavors. Now, shall we be off?
Yes, might as well go see Rika-san's charming figure. Let's go. Yeah, huh, where's Rena? What are you doing?
Kichi-kun? Me-san? Save me!
Since she was carrying such a ridiculously large stuffed animal, she was being carried by the flow of the people. What is she doing? She must have her hands full taking care of that bear. So, I'll leave Rena in your care, Ki-chan. I have my hands full of taking care of Satoko.
Who would want to be looked after by you, Mion-san?
Ouch! Please don't pull on my arm! Before losing sight of Mion, I grabbed the back of Rena's collar.
Kichi-kun, not there. Don't grab me there.
Always so bossy. Where can I grab then?
How?
I didn't feel ashamed at all. Reina was ashamed enough for the both of us. I grabbed into Reina's hand and dashed after Mion and the others. We're gonna be late. Let's hurry up.
Yeah.
I hadn't realized Reina's hand was so delicate. Maybe she needed a bit more exercise and nutrition. That wasn't what I meant, not at all. My ears burned. I tried to keep calm. I repeated the phrase, keep it together, Kichi Mayabra, in my mind, but it didn't look like I would be able to anytime soon. I really didn't want Rena to see my face right then, so I pushed onward, dragging her along without looking back even once. There was already a huge group of people gathered at the altar in front of the shrine. The fire at the altar made it as bright as midday and just as hot. There was a pile of futons warded with sanctified rope in front of the altar. Come to think of it, they did say it was a festival where they did something with the cotton and futons.
Kichi-san, Reina-san, we're over here.
Satoko waved her hand in the front row. Ah, sorry. Making our way through the mass of people, we reached the spot they saved. How was it? Were you able to leave a little bit of excitement with Rena? You punk. So that's what your plan was? Instead of replying, Mion gave us a perverse grin. We're in the middle of a crowd. How was it, Rena? Was Keith-chan's hand bigger than you thought it would be? Ha ha! How? Rena turned bright red, and puffs of steam shooting out of her. I heard something slice through the air, and turned around to see Mion hit the ground with a welt on her face. A good old Rena right punch. Mion, when were you hit? Between the ha and o of her how, I think. Rena, it's not good to punch your friends to hide your embarrassment. I didn't hit her. Whatever, how? Thump! The thunderous beat of the drum echoed, silencing the crowd.
You must all be quiet. It's beginning.
It was a solemn ritual. Rika-chan entered dressed as a shrine maiden, followed by members of the municipal committee. The elders all looked at Rika-chan and clasped their hands in praise. The only thing allowed to disturb the profound silence was the flash from Tomataki-san's camera. What's the big thing Rika-chan is holding?
A hoe that's used for this festival. It's a sacred farming tool that only the shrine maiden may touch.
It was an awkward shape for a piece of farm equipment, not uncommon for something used in rituals. After reciting a Shinoto prayer, Rika-chan approached the pile of futons gathered at the altar. She swung the hoe skillfully, plowing it into the futons. Each and every little movement of this performance probably had to be done in a certain way. Without a doubt, this was a ritual. What's next? Airing out futons?
She's purifying the futons that absorbed illness from people over the winter.
So when Keith-chan said airing out futons, he wasn't completely wrong. Rika-chan's face was already dripping with sweat. That hoe was probably really heavy. She staggered side to side with the momentum of each swing. Satoko looked on, silently lending her support. Worried?
Rika practiced every single day with a moshi hammer. She will certainly prevail.
Satoko's hands were sweaty, and whenever Rika-chan started to sway a little, she held her breath. Why wasn't Mion a candidate to be the shrine maiden? Psst, do we really need to ask that? She's a, quote, old man. Yeah, that's what she calls herself. It feels wrong having Rika-chan swing around something so heavy. I'd do it if they asked me, you know. And, well, it's not something just anyone could do. That's true. Shrine maidens need to be pure after all. Gunk! Yeah, she hit me. Mion drove her elbow into my side. With the thud of the big drum, Rika-chan gave a solemn bow and descended from the altar. That triggered a round of generous applause. After the Shinoto priest had raised up the cleansed futons like a portable altar, all the spectators stood up. Following after the priests, we all marched on at a moderate pace. They descended the shrine's giant stairs in a line. What's happening now? Washing the futons in the river?
Watanagashi means setting cotton adrift, you know.
Watanagashi. Yes, we talked about this. I was saying lanterns, but this is cotton. The procession continued right up to the bank of the stream. A fire was stoked high, and it was bright as day here, too. People started crowding around it and clamoring.
All right, get in line. Line up, Kichi-kun.
I wondered what was up. Maybe we'd get some holy wine? Red and white bean buns?
Ha ha ha! It's not food.
That's right, she can hear my thoughts.
I said it was cotton.
Ah, but of course, they didn't call it the Watanagashi for nothing. I finally understood. The municipal committee members pulled out the cotton from inside the futons and balled it up like a mochi, handing it out to the people. Rena dove into the line and brought out some for me as well. We then proceeded to the bank of the stream.
Since it's your first time, Kishi-kun, just copy what I do.
She held the cotton in her right hand and, waving her hand as if to purify it, she touched it to her forehead, chest, navel, both thighs.
You do this 3 times and silently give thanks to Oyashiro-sama.
Oyashiro-sama? What's that? The name of the shrine's god?
Yes, it's the guardian deity of Hinamizawa. It brings about both miracles and curses, so you must be sure to show respect.
That sounded like a pretty frightening god. But well, when in Rome, I was officially a resident of Hinamizawa now, after all. Doing as Rena showed me, I touched the cotton over myself 3 times. Thank you, Oyashiro-sama. Thank you, Oyashiro-sama. Oyashiro-sama. This way, all the evil possesses you is sucked out by the cotton.
Then you let it gently drift away on the stream and you're done.
Together, Rena and I set our pieces of cotton afloat on the surface of the water. The flowers of cotton blooming in the water had sucked out all the evil festering in Hinamizawa and drifted off, disappearing into the distance, except for the mass murder that we still haven't met in this story. It was wonderful, like those floating lantern festivals I'd seen on TV. The best part, though, was feeling like this rite of passage had made me a true resident of Hinamizawa. Higurashi, when they cry. And I hope that's the end of this chapter. Let's see. Do we got tips? While staring off into the stream, I somehow got separated from Rena. I wasn't very lonely, though. I know this place now. This is where I live. My home. It's probably better if I just stay here instead of wandering around aimlessly. Someone would surely find me while I was enjoying the evening breeze. I heard a familiar voice. It was Tomataki-san's. I headed towards it. Oh boy, we got another scene. Hopefully this one won't last long. It is 1:13 and tonight is the spring forward night. So we actually lose an hour and I got to get up early for church. Well, not that early, just normal time for church, but don't get to sleep in. How did it go, Tomataki-san? Were you able to get some good shots? Yeah, fortunately. Tomataki-san was with a girl. I felt a little like I was intruding. Ooh. How was it? Okay, who's talking?
How was it, Kichi-kun? Did you enjoy the festival?
From the way she spoke, it seemed like she was a resident of Hinamizawa. I really should try harder to remember people's faces here. What was her name? Well, it was fun. My face must have given away how desperately I was trying to remember her name, because she gave a lighthearted chuckle. It's probably because it hasn't been long since you moved here. It's pretty hard to believe, seeing how friendly you've gotten with the other kids. Wait. Is that how it looked? It was probably all thanks to Reina and Mion. Perhaps you feel more like a resident of Hinamizawa after taking part in the festival today. I'm just going to pick a voice and go with it. Oh, we've jumped into the next chapter. Isn't there tips at the end of each chapter, or not? apparently it's going to go for a while. Let me just go for a minute or two, and we'll see what happens. I wonder about that. Oh, that's not like you. I had tried to get used to Hinamazawa, but there were still plenty of things I didn't know. The faces of people I'd met, for example. Things that had happened in the past as well. Tell you what, I just got the cue from digital that I'm in the next chapter. This could go on. So why don't I just stop here? Let me just do a... not always. Okay. So let me just go to my menu. Let me save and load. Let me save where we are. Save. Okay, yeah, because it doesn't say the end of the chapter. So we do have it. We will... probably can't go back to the beginning of that chapter, but we'll pick it up. I'll figure out something. Yes, chapter breaks are shown by a title wipe, but they did have title wipes with the other... I thought... Okay, whatever. No problem. We're stopping here. Thanks for watching. It's been a fun evening, and I am going to be going on vacation starting next Saturday. So it might be a couple of weeks before we have this fun time again, unless I jump on during the week. But I always say that. I never do. As I said, I am Terrence. You can catch me at Tev's Next Idea. That's where I write stories based on all my solo role plays. And I am currently in the middle of a really, really fun journaling game. This is fun for me. It's called Help, I Have a Crush on My Rival. So we've talked about in this show, or in this game, we've just had some hints at possible crushes. Well, you can read another one of the crushes that I have been writing about. And that is in my story, Help, I Have a Crush on My Rival. And it all takes place about a group of kids at the Saturday morning gaming meeting at the local comic book store. And I've really had fun kind of pulling on my experience when Andrew used to play Pokemon there, and it's been really fun, and some of the knowledge I've gained in the last year or so about all kinds of board games in general. So that should be a fun read. Also, I am at half-air.com. That's my site, Half Air, where I write a little bit more serious articles about what my life is like with my faith. Yes, I am a Christian who plays games. And I thank you for being here. And as I say every week, if you are not, there's a good chance that what you have heard about God may not be true or may not be accurate. And I recommend that you look for some reliable sources. And if you go to half-air.com, in the sidebar, I have a few there. Some of my articles, good place to look. But we're glad you're here. I'm glad you're here. I look forward to seeing everyone later, and thanks for watching Tev's Next Idea and Tev's Play, and Tev plays Higurashi When They Cry Who. Good evening.